Exhale out the mouth. One more in the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Feeling your shoulders drop, your chest start to shine forward. Your hips begin to come heavy into the chair, the seat, and support beneath you. Returning back to your natural breath in and out of the nose. Beginning to feel this effortlessly breathing sensation, the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. And I want you to bring your awareness to the top of your head, where you begin to see this golden white light flickering at the top of your head. And it begins to cascade through the top of your head, through your crown chakra, through your forehead, through your brain and command center, into your third eye. Beginning to feel into your third eye, and this golden white light beginning to just cascade through your whole body. Let the energy move here. Let that golden white light fall down and cascade down your spine, through your body and through your legs. But I want you to bring deep awareness into your third eye, which is between your eyes at your brow points. Bringing in deep awareness into your third eye, feeling the tingling sensations. Feeling your eyes, your eyelids on your eyes, your nose. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is your face flushed or not? Feeling your ears, pulling the awareness down through your chin and through your neck, the back of the head and the neck. Just beginning to really settle into this space. Into the shoulders. Bringing your awareness into the shoulders now. How do your shoulders feel? Are they tight? Are they loose? What about your upper back, through your shoulders and lats? Bringing deep awareness through your arms, your biceps, your forearms, through your wrists and your palms, feeling the energy move through you, feeling the tingling sensations, the hot or cold sensations. Beginning to pull your awareness into your chest and your heart. Does your chest and your heart feel expansive or constricted? Moving in to your solar plexus at the top of your stomach. Feeling that energy really dropping into your solar plexus, that space 2 inches above your navel. What sensations are happening in your stomach? Is there nervousness or butterflies? Do you feel calm, cool, and collected? Just tracking inch by inch what is happening in your body. Falling deeper, feeling the energy, following the energy through your sides, through your middle back. Into your lower back. What's going on with your lower back? Are there any creaks, any tightness, or is it only freedom in there? In your hips, through your sacral, through your womb space. What's happening through there? Feeling the energy. Feeling the energy drop so deeply into your sacral, into your womb now. Feeling that golden white light pulsing at the bottom of your spine at your root chakra. Going into your tailbone, you begin to see this red flashing light, flashing and flashing and flashing. Feeling your hips settle in even more into the support beneath you. Your stomach begin to fully relax here. Feeling that energy now begin to shoot down through your inner thighs, the tops of the thighs into your knees. Follow that golden white light energy. Follow that movement of the energy through your legs and through your knees. Pulling your awareness deeply into your knees. For us feminines, this is a space where our knees can get locked up because we're scared to move forward. So just bringing the energy of that infinity sign through your knees so you can walk forward with ease and grace. Seeing that golden white light energy pour and cascade down your thighs, knees, through your shins, through your calves, into your ankles, through your feet, and to each and every one of your toes, until you feel these balls of golden white light energy pulsing at the bottoms of your feet, pulsing and pulsing and pulsing. The bottoms of your feet begin to open up like little portals, beginning to feel all of this energy through your body move through the bottoms of your feet and into Mother Earth, into Gaia, feeling your connection into the earth. Feeling that energy pour into Mother Gaia, feeling her take any energy that is no longer serving you for your highest vibration of love, pulling it out, magnifying like a magnet, pulling it out of the bottoms of your feet, reaching into each crevice and hole through your whole body, through your energy centers, through your subtle bodies, pulling it all through and down and out through your feet. You may even feel some releasing out of the top of your heads or through your palms. Allowing this alchemy process to happen now, alchemizing and transmuting this energy to the highest vibration of love. Clearing through your spine, that golden white light clearing through your spine, preparing you, alchemizing any energy here. Bringing the awareness to your body, to your stomach, your hips, your shoulders, your chest. What do you feel? Is your face flushed or cold? Do you have butterflies in your stomach or do you feel calm as a cucumber? Tracking in the body what is happening here as you are so dropped in. Beginning to see this golden white light pull forming from your spine, going up towards heaven, up towards the sky, and down through your spine, shooting through your tailbone, deep into Mother Earth, connecting you in to your Earth Star chakra. This golden white light pull through your whole body. Your divine channel begins to open up here. You may even feel yourself begin to lean forward, like a little bit, just a tad. That channel locking in through you, and it moves up and down through the spine. That golden white light energy, sparkled energy, cascading and swirling through your spine, opening you up, locking you in. Coming to the body, feeling the hips, the knees, the legs, the chest, the stomach, the shoulders, your neck, your eyes, your head. Feeling any aches or pains or any restriction, allowing it all to be up here. There is space for it all here. And I'm going to begin saying some words that may spark something in you. Track in your body what these words, when I say the words, what happens in your body? What happens in your stomach or your chest or through your heart? When I say the word priestess, what comes forward? Tracking now through the body, priestess. I am a priestess. I am a rose priestess. Tracking through the body what you feel. Where is your body tingling? Is there a flashback or a past life memory that walks forward here, wanting to guide you? Priestess. I am a priestess. Mary Magdalene and the Rose lineage. Tracking through the body what is happening. That is your ancient wisdom. That is your remembrance. It is through the body. Feeling it. Priestess. I am a priestess. Mary Magdalene and the Rose lineage. Coming back to this moment. Coming back fully to your body if you were seeing or feeling a past life as a priestess. Taking a deep breath in, filling up your belly and chest with air. And out the mouth. Taking a deep breath in. And out. Rubbing your legs. Giving yourself a big hug. Coming fully back into this moment, opening your eyes, rubbing your palms back together, feeling yourself so rooted here. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. You are free to share your experience if you felt anything, saw anything, or had anything pop up for you. Just fully coming back to the body, rubbing your palms, giving yourself a hug. Feel the body, feel the shoulders, your waist, your hips, your shoulders move, your neck move, your stomach, your thighs, rubbing at your legs, just to fully become back embodied in this moment. Taking one more deep breath in and out. Taking one more deep breath in. Beautiful. Welcome back, guys. Hi to everyone who's joining in. Michelle says, is it normal to feel persecuted? And the answer is yes. Anytime I'm doing priestess work with a client, with myself, whatever it is bound to happen that someone is going to feel persecuted, to feel scared, to feel not safe, to feel their stomach drop. Because the truth is that as we have evolved and as we've walked this earth, you know, with the Western world and certain teachings, we were told as priestesses to dim our light. We were told to be quiet. We weren't told, we were persecuted for what we believed, right? And that same remembrance It runs in our lineage. It runs through our bones. We feel it as women, right? Whether it's in our lineage or for another woman, we feel it. We've been silenced. We've been persecuted for our beliefs, for believing and seeing the divine within us, right? And it's very, very real that when you begin connecting into this work, that it takes a period of time to begin feeling safe in it. And you have to work through in healings and in other things that feel aligned with you to begin working through those feelings of feeling persecuted. But it comes up all the time. It still comes up for me. Michelle, today in therapy, it came up for me. Once again, I've been doing this work for years and years, but still, I get scared to come on here to share, right? Because in the past, in my past lives, it wasn't always safe to share this truth, to walk about this earth freely as a priestess. I still get scared. I still get nervous. I still shut down. There's parts of me that lock up. And I just walk through it in therapy. And I look at it and I feel it over and over. And I say, but I am here to rise above that. I am here to own my truth even more. I am here to share this even more. Okay? So it is totally normal. She says, I felt that stabbing sensation in my back again. Yeah, I wonder if there might be chains or locks or maybe a past contract that has kept you from walking forward and stepping forward in the priestess work, or just this big energy healing work. So something to look into. Beautiful, guys. Let me know your experiences. I would love to hear from you. So what is a priestess? We're going to transition here into what is a priestess. A priestess is a feminine leader who carries ancient wisdom within her body. She carries ancient wisdom and ancient knowledge within her body, within her bones, within her cell that awakens others. Right? So it's within the body. She's a divine channel. She's a spiritual teacher, a way shower for the future generations, with teachings and tools beyond this lifetime. Because when you are walking the priestess journey, you are constantly remembering through your body, remembering through past lives, bringing in those teachings into this lifetime, right? And a lot of ways that I explain what a priestess is a divine feminine leader who is very locked into her femininity, yes, but just as much her masculinity, her divine masculine and divine feminine, ebbs and flowing together. She is a strong presence. My mentor, Harriet Hale, used to say, the power of the priestess is in her presence. And it's so true. It is truly our energy that presents us. Right? It is our energy. The priestess training, the priestess journey is really all about energy, transmissions. At least that's what I believe is taking in this energy and then translating it to our own, and then teaching it in our own way and light. Right? And I believe that each priestess has her unique wisdom, has her own unique rememberings within the body. And I believe that we get to awaken these. This is not something we train for. This is not something we are taught. It is a remembering that happens from within our body, from within our cells. There is coded DNA. There is coded wisdom within us, ready to be awakened, right? I'm doing this because this is like the feel energetically. This is what it feels like. That's ready to be awakened. And as you awaken it, it kind of gets bigger. Oh my gosh, do y'all feel that energy? My palms and my hands are like electric right now. We have so many priestesses present right now. I feel it. I feel it move through my hands. And she has 5D tools, right? Fifth dimensional tools that are beyond this lifetime. Meaning that, and that's where the priestess training really comes in, is because it's not that we're ever teaching. A priestess is never fully ever teaching, right? We're always guiding, we're holding space, we're walking through sacred ceremonies to help you, to help remember, help the client or the person, the community, whoever it is, the teenage girl, to help her to remember her truth. This is always about remembering and awakening from within, from within her cells, from within her body, right? So that's really what a priestess is. And she has these 5D skills and tool sets beyond this realm. A lot of them, like energy healing, energy reading, scrying, crystal dowsing, things like that. It's important that the priestess is equipped with all of these tools in this tool belt so that as she helps and moves through her community or through this world and unleashes her power and her wisdom here, that she is able to support each client in what they need, right? So it's a custom that priestesses, we are able to help. We're able to help at all different kinds of levels, right? That's very important. That's a priestess's job, is to meet anyone at their level, right? And to meet them, and to be able to work with other priestesses or witches or whatever the different, right? The different like labels are. I really don't like labels. But to be able to work with each label or whatever it is that person decides that they are, that we can meet them there, right? And use our 5D tools to help accelerate their consciousness, to help accelerate their awakening from within the body, right? So that is what it's all about. And each priestess has her own unique wisdom to share with the world. A lot of us, you might see like, Harriet Hale is High Priestess of Light. I am Priestess of Power. I guess technically now High Priestess of Power. You become a high, they say, and you can follow what feels good to you. I'm always very keen into take what feels good to you and leave the rest, right? Take what feels good to you and leave the rest. And they say you are a priestess whenever you are first initiated. And then whenever you go to initiate another priestess is when you become a high priestess, is when you've initiated one priestess or a few priestesses, and it's like you've really mastered the craft, right? So I have now initiated some priestesses. So I guess High Priestess of Power. Beautiful. So if there's any questions about what a priestess is, let me know. I can always return at the end. I'm going to be doing questions, and I'm really going to be going through with any questions y'all have. So let me know them, and I can always scroll back up and go through them. So signs you were or are a priestess. First, you have a connection or a feeling to the word. The word priestess just brings something up in you, right? It brings or awakens something up in you. So the word, you have like a cellular response in your body to the word. Also, you might be naturally highly intuitive. I believe we are all intuitive. We all have our different intuitive gifts, but you are just naturally highly intuitive. You are sensitive to your environments. You want to be of service and help the generations. You find yourself in sync with the moon, right? You find yourself really in sync with the moon, or your cycles matching up with the moon, or you just, when it's the new moon and you don't even know it, you're like, oh my God, that's why I'm tired, right? You just feel your body, your energy is in sync with the moon just naturally. I didn't know that growing up. And then when I started doing my priestess work, I'm like, oh, this is why, right? Some women's moon cycles even match up with the full moon on the dark side of the moon, or the full moon at the light side of the moon, which is always super interesting too. And also you feel a connection to the stars. So many priestesses that come to me are like, oh my God, I feel this special connection, right, to the stars, and especially to the planet Venus. And there's a really tight connection with Venus to the priestess, especially to the rose lineage that I'm going to go through a little bit later. But you feel a connection to the stars. When I was younger, I would look up at the stars, and especially like at Orion's belt and different planets, and just be like, gosh, like, you just have there, you just know the stars hold this wisdom. You just have that feeling. I always felt that when I was younger. My friends and I, my sister and my friend Claire and I, we used to sit out underneath and watch the stars and watch, like, the meteor showers and stuff. That was like one of our favorite things to do. So you feel a connection to the stars, and especially the planet Venus. And you are just highly sensitive, right? You're highly sensitive to others around you, chemicals, what food you're putting in your body, right? What you're listening to. Growing up, you were just very sensitive. You were a sensitive being and probably still are. And you learn that through your priestess training that that sensitivity is your superpower. Sensitivity is truly the priestess's superpower. Our sensitivity is how we tap into one of our 5D tools of energy reading, right? And energy healing. Energy reading is when we're able to look at someone and energy read them, read the energy, read like what's going on and through the colors, what's going on around in their aura and their colors, energy reading through them. You know, what is there some past life stuff coming up? Where can I see it in the heart? Is it in the shoulders? Where am I seeing things? Being able to read their energy and what is going on, right? And that sensitivity, when we're a priestess and you're walking the priestess journey, you're able to harness that as your superpower, right? Beautiful. Christine said, since I was a little girl, I felt different and all these things I can check yes to. Yeah, I so understand that, Christine. I think so many of us healers and priestesses, we feel that. We just feel different in some way. You know, I shared a post where I was like, I grew up that way. I grew up going to the resource room. I felt really stupid and kind of weak, like just different. I wasn't weird, but it's just, I felt different. Like I didn't learn like anyone else. I didn't do anything. I didn't do things like everyone else. I thought differently. I had a different view on things, you know? And those are just such signs of a priestess, of a healer, right? Charisse is absolutely feeling all these connections. Beautiful. Steph says, hi, priestess of power, without a doubt. Oh, hi, Steph. Steph is one of a priestess that I have initiated back in 2020, and she is priestess of empowerment. Beautiful. So glad to have you here, Steph. Beautiful. So those are the signs you are a priestess or were a priestess. You can maybe have a remembering of being a priestess in a past lifetime, or feel connected to a certain star constellation, things like that. Beautiful. So I'm glad we're all jiving with this. And the priestess work. So like, what does a priestess do, right? Like, I feel like some people are like, oh, but what does a priestess do? So through the priestess journey, what we're always doing is learning 5D tools to help and lead and guide the next generation, right? This is super important for a priestess, is leading the next generation. This is like one of our main points in our work, is to lead this next generation, because guys, this next generation is so sensitive, right? We're in the Aquarian age. They're so sensitive and they're just waiting. They're almost like begging us to give us a way shower, to show them the way to tap into these skills and these tools and this intuitive gifting that they have, right? And this is such a strong part of being a priestess, is connecting into your intuition, connecting into your psychic training, your divine intuitive channel, and leading from that space, and then showing others the same, right? This is so important, in leading those generations, whether it's in your community, your family, or online, wherever it may be, okay? So it's her job to help others awaken and remember their ancient wisdom within. Her connection to the divine is everything, right? We can learn all of these priestess tools, right? We can learn scrying, dowsing, crystal magic, crystal healing, energy reading, all these, like energy protection, energy management. We can learn all of these 5D tools, but it's nothing, right? It's nothing without her connection to the divine, and within, seeing that connection within, seeing that connection to the divine within, that the divine is within her, that God is within her, right? Whatever God, universe, whatever you use is within her, right? That is everything. Sorry, I got a little off there. So I'm like, bring it all back, Rebecca. I get so excited. The priestess is the way shower, right? She's the truth teller, the way shower. She kind of plows her own way through. She does things differently, and she does it her way. And she doesn't, you know, of course we're going to stop and think like, oh my God, it's scary, this and that. But we feel it in our bones, guys. We feel it in our cells, in our bones, in our body, just wanting to plow through in our own way, to truth tell, to tell our truth of our ancient wisdom, wisdom within our body. A big piece of being a priestess is also holding space. Like that is such a big part of why we're here. We're not here to just give people or push our teachings onto people, right? We're not here to just push our teachings onto people or just to teach. No, we're here to hold space as that person awakens to their power within, to that person awakening and remembering their ancient wisdom within. That is the way that the priestess really works. So we do that through holding massive space for each person, each client, and each person of the community. Also, we hold sacred rituals. This is such a big one in being a priestess, is sacred rituals, gathering in sacred rituals. And we love gathering people, right? We love, especially women. At least that's me. There's priestesses that work with a lot of men too, but I really feel with women, like gathering our community, gathering us together, right? In such a beautiful way, holding space for one another, walking through sacred rituals with one another, and the priestess is herself walking through sacred rituals. I know for myself, there's all kinds of different sacred rituals that I walk through. One can be like anointing or blessing yourself. This was one that I learned in my priestess training, which was like anointing myself with essential oils, getting in a bath with a bunch of essential oils, literally anointing and blessing myself with essential oils, pulling essential oils through my hair, literally blessing and cleansing myself, bringing in flowers into my bathtub, blessing my body with flowers, right? Really coming back to that divinity within. That's kind of an example of a sacred ritual. Another sacred ritual that I know a ton of y'all do is like the new moon rituals, the full moon rituals, which are really, really big. That's another part of it. Right. Another thing that the priestess is when we walk through the priestess journey, really what it is all about is training you in your psychic training, right? It's really like a psychic and intuitive gift training, allowing yourself to really become safe and comfortable in your psychicness or your inner knowing and your feeling in your intuition and expanding on that, right? Because the power of the priestess is in her presence, it's in her connection to the divine with her intuition and everything like that. So a big part of it is trained like psychic training, right? Getting into your divine intuitive channel and training in there, becoming comfortable with it, becoming familiar with it, because from there we are leading and guiding, we're being guided from there, right? That's where our inspiration comes through. That is where all the channeled messages come through. So that's another big part. That we like to share with our community, with our clients, and with our people. Hi guys, as you come on, welcome. Sorry, I see everyone. Moon rituals are a fave of mine. Yes, Amber, me too. Hi, Samantha. So welcome everyone. Okay, beautiful. I just wanted to say hey. You are with your girl, Rebecca Ann. Also, another big part of being a priestess, a part of the work is offering different perspectives, right? I think something beautiful as you do this work is gaining this ability to be able to really zoom out and be able to see the bigger picture here, right? Because when we can be with this person, whenever we're helping a client, for example, we're in person with that client, so we're helping them, but also we're able to zoom out to see the bigger picture from the divine, to see the bigger picture from their guides, from their ancestral lineage, right? We're able to zoom out and see all these different lenses of what is going on. And I didn't realize this for a long time, but this is a big part of being a priestess, is being able to like zoom out and have all these different lenses, right? We're reading the energy, we're getting information from their guides, we're getting information from the ancestors, right? There's all different kinds of parts of it working here, right? Which is a really cool different, that's kind of one no one really taught me that, but it's I've just noticed it as I do things, right? A big part is, like I said, I can't stress it enough, is awakening the next generation, is leading the next generation in this mass awakening that is happening, right? So this next generation is called the Peacekeeper generation, and they are here with some major energy, right? If any of y'all have like little ones at home or, just little ones running around, you can see how sensitive they are, to energy. And they have this natural empathness to them, this natural sensitivity to them, right? And it's so beautiful to watch. And they're just waiting for us to really nourish that, to hold them in that, to nourish that, to help them grow into it, to help them grow and awaken and remember their own wisdom within, right? But how can you, the only way you can help someone really guide someone into awakening to their own inner wisdom is if you've done it to yourself, right? Or if you've done it with yourself first. The priestess always goes first. She always walks first. She is the way shower, right? And she shows up in this energy. Also, like I said, the power of the priestess is in her presence. And this is really big. It's really about energy. Even when we're doing our transmissions through the priestess journey, it is about like transmitting energy, right? When I go to teach, or I'm sharing teachings to the next priestess down, or to a priestess, it's done through transmissions so that she can take that energy transmission. It moves through her body, starts awakening that remembering within her so that she can begin remembering it in her own way. It's not just like, here, this is what we do, this is the training, this is what happens. No, this is about awakening it from within, right? This is all done from within so that you can go as a priestess and go teach it in your own way, in your own words, with your own energy. That is so, so, so important. Priestess energy is not something that can be replicated. It is about dropping into each uniqueness of each person, right? Dropping into that unique energy frequency of each person, and helping and holding space for each priestess to really calibrate into that, right? So that is really like the priestess work. We're going to be going into one of the days, I think maybe not tomorrow. I think the third day, we're going to be talking more about 5D priestess tools where I can share more of those. But I said some like crystal magic and crystal healings are big ones. Numerology is a big one that you learn. And you get the transmissions from the 11 different teachers of numerology, gurus of numerology. So there's all these different tools you learn along the way, right? It's all about building our toolkit so that we are equipped and ready to help each person in the community or our clients, whatever it may be, through awakening and remembering their ancient wisdom. Ooh, sorry, Instagram. It paused there for a second. Oh my gosh, I should have charged my iPhone. That's all right. So are there any questions so far? Amber said, is this similar to holding space, zooming out? Is that similar to holding space, zooming out? Yeah, so holding space is really when you're just holding the space, whenever you're just holding the energy here for the person to begin remembering in their own body. So you're not really talking or telling or teaching them anything. You're just listening. You're lending an ear and you're just listening to them as they go through their own process of awakening or information coming to their mind or through their third eye or through the crown or through the stomach, wherever it may be. And you're just listening, right? Holding space is really an aware listening, right? And being with that person, being there, making eye contact with them, and saying back to them what they're saying, so you know that you are there with them as they're walking through this process and remembering. And the zooming out is done when that is just a lens that we have, because as we train in our psychic channels, our divine, I call it our divine channel, that divine intuitive channel. But as we do our psychic training, that's when that zooming out is able to really happen. We're able to zoom out of the situation and offer different perspectives that person might not be able to see, right? Because we're able to energy read at one point. So we're going to be energy reading. So we're going to be in the background kind of tapping into what are the ancestors doing? What's going on? What's going on in that realm? Is there anything lifetime here? And then we start scanning through that realm. It's like zooming out and being able to have a bigger picture of what's going on here. So they're two different things is what I would say, but they do go and commingle. They can commingle together, right? Beautiful. Emily says super sensitive. Amber says, thank you for explaining. You're so welcome, Amber. Any questions? I am happy to answer. So that is that's a big part of the priestess work. The rose lineage. So I get a lot of questions about the rose lineage, right? Because some people are like, well, how do you know like what priestess lineage you're from? And to be honest I'm not super familiar with all the different lineages of priestesses. I'm going to be super honest about that. I'm not super well versed in all the different lineages. I just knew I was called into the rose lineage and have been for lifetimes and lifetimes back, right? So the Rose lineage is very connected to Mary Magdalene. If anyone has a deep connection to Mary Magdalene, that is a huge signifier that you are a part of, or maybe were in a past lifetime, and maybe you're not meant to be in this lifetime. Some people were like, yeah, I've traveled as a priestess in past lifetimes, but that I don't feel a call or a need to go into it or remember that information in this lifetime. And that is okay. But some of us, like me, I felt all parts of me like, no, you have to awaken this information. You have to remember these past lives as walking as a priestess. You have to learn, but remember and about your Celtic, because I have a really Irish background. When I really was walking through my priestess journey, my priestess training, it came to me that I have a ton of Irish and Celtic background. And to remember that part of myself was very, very important for me. Right. And so the Rose lineage is very connected to Mary Magdalene. She was called the apostle of the apostles. Some women, some people even say, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post, I talked about this today, was that she was what some people say, like a woman priest or a priestess, right? She was a walking priestess at that time. She was teaching others how she understood Christ. She understood Jesus like no other. It was talked about, right? How she had teachings that maybe some others didn't understand. She taught others how to see the divine, how to see Christ within, right? And you can replace that with whatever feels good to you, but that is what it's explained as in the scriptures, and the different books and stuff like that. If you want to dive into that work more, that's not my work, but Megan Watterson is an amazing author who can really dive into that more with you, or who talks about that a lot, right? So you can go find her. She has a book, Mary Magdalene Revealed, that will like blow your socks off. It's a requirement for any priestess working with me, that she reads Mary Magdalene Revealed, because it awakens you so much. So the Rose lineage is very connected to Mary Magdalene, the apostles of the apostles, right? Also the red and the gold. Mary Magdalene is very much, if you connect in with her energy, comes with a red and gold energy. And also what Megan Watterson, she said something that really sparked me, and it's the red thread that keeps us all tied together. And I see that for the Rose lineage very, very much. It's like this red thread that keeps us all tied together, which is so, so, so beautiful. So the Rose lineage, it's the red rose, and the red is very, very big, and it signifies so much. That red and that gold, very close to Mary Magdalene. Also, it's connected to the planet Venus. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but the Rose lineage is very connected to the planet Venus. And if you know something about the planet Venus, maybe I have some astrologers here, or maybe not. It goes around, right? It goes around Earth for 8 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correctly, that Venus, the planet, circles around the Earth for 8 years, creating this picture, right? Creating this form of the rose in the sky, right? And that is why the Rose lineage is also very, very connected into Venus and the Venetian ways. I was once working with one of my healers, and she was like, oh man, you're a Magdalene. I can feel it. And I was like, yes, I am. Rose priestess, loud and proud here. She's like, oh, I can feel you're a Magdalene. And then she went on to say, I was telling her about my business and about my logo. And she goes, oh my God, that's so Venetian, not meaning I'm from Venice, Italy, meaning that I'm connected to the planet Venus, right? And to that rose that it makes in the sky. So that's like another connection there. So we're very ruled and connected to the planet Venus, very connected to red and gold, very tied in with Mary Magdalene. It's believed that Mary Magdalene was really the first woman of the Rose lineage. She really fostered and created this Rose lineage that has come on eons and eons from there, right? So we remember, it's very important as we walk the priestess journey that we stick close to Mary Magdalene and her teachings, right? And her teachings are all about, whether you're in New Age or spiritual or more in the church side or Christian side, whatever it is, Mary Magdalene's teachings are very much about seeing the divine within, right? Not seeing as God or as divine as something out of us, but within us, right? And seeing it within, which is really beautiful. Um, do I have anything else intuitively to add into the Rose lineage here? Is there any questions about the Rose lineage or the connections to the Rose lineage? The most important thing that I can share with you without sharing too much is that it's very connected to Mary Magdalene, and it all comes back to Mary Magdalene. And it's super important as us as Rose priestesses to to know and connect with her energy, to know and connect with her, right? Which is so beautiful. So let me know if there's any questions about the Rose lineage. Um, I'm feeling if there's anything else. I also want to know, did anyone feel anything come up around, did they feel anything around the word priestess? I really want to hear from y'all now. Like, did anything come up when I was saying the word priestess? Did you feel anything in the body? I know Michelle said she felt persecuted. Is there anything else there, or is there any other questions here? Let me give y'all a moment. I'm going to take some breaths here. I've got my juice with me, my eye opener juice. It's so good. I think it's like orange, apple, and carrot. It's so good. I'm gonna take some breaths. Just grounding this group down. I'm feeling us getting a little heightened here. So I'm just going to ground us all back down, just grounding everyone down, feeling your weight come in to your hips, feeling the energy just descending down through your body. Beautiful. Taking some beautiful breaths and out. Cherie said, I felt a whole past life come in. Yeah, Cherie, I'm not surprised at all. I'd love to hear, I can't wait to hear more about that, like what that past life looked like. Amber said, how can we find out what lineage we come from if Rose doesn't seem to fit? Yeah, Amber, that's an amazing question. So what I would really suggest is asking the divine to guide you. It's so important that we're asking the divine to guide us. Hold on, I want to make sure. Okay, cool. Beautiful. I really want to make sure that we know that we ask to be guided through this, because some women don't feel called. They feel called to the priestess, but they maybe the Rose lineage doesn't spark anything, right? And that's totally okay. So ask to be guided, Amber. Ask to be guided. Ask them to guide you to, and then you'll be guided through maybe dreams, or maybe just different intuitive hits, or things come up to really guide you, because I'm just honest, I don't know about all the different, there's so many different lineages of priestesses and things. So you will know when it is yours. You will feel so locked in, you will feel so called. Like the call is undeniable. When I was signing up for, I wasn't even signing up for priestess training at this point with Harriet Hale. I was just thinking about it. It's like all through my body tingled for it. My guides were constantly after me about it, right? They just like kept like, got to sign up for that. You got to sign. It was like never ending, and it keeps coming back. And that's what was really happening with me. It's an undeniable call. When you start tapping into it, you will know it. Denise said, my struggle with the word based on my father's family's involvement with Santeria all of my life. Sorry, my comments are being really weird, guys. I can only see a few of them. So I feel like I'm like skipping through that. So Denise, let me know if there's something. I can't see any more comments right now. Felt that grounding. Okay, Kristen said, I felt so at home, like my feet were in warm sand, a crown of light, the words light holder, and a deep serenity. That is beautiful, Kristen. That is so, so, so beautiful. Oh, I so feel that for you, light holder. You're really learning how to hold a lot of light in your body. I like feel it move down into your stomach. Kind of like pulse it down through your stomach. It's getting stuck in your stomach a little bit, Kristen. So let's move that down a little bit. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Move that down. And then let's anchor that down into your sacral. There we go. Down and then into your root. There we go. Also cleansing off your spine a little bit, Kristen. Beautiful. Nina said, very connected to Mary Magdalene. My nickname, Melina, is actually also a nickname used by Magdalenas. That is so beautiful. I love that. Oh my gosh, so much connection to Mary Magdalene. That's a really big indicator that you're a part of the Rose lineage. Like like it's an undeniable connection to Mary Magdalene. It's like you see her picture and you feel something, or you see, and I didn't really realize it to begin with at first. It wasn't until I was in my priestess training that I really started to be awakened by Mary Magdalene. But I know a lot of my clients I work with are like, "Oh my God, Mary Magdalene keeps coming to me," you know. And Jen, if Jen is on here, Jen is like, "Gosh, she keeps leading me to this one place," and I'm like, "Yeah, she's leading you to your threshold, to cross the threshold as a priestess." And once you cross that threshold as a priestess, there's really no coming back. You don't uncross the threshold, right? Once you cross that threshold, it's like you're making a sacred commitment. And there's a sacred ritual that really goes along with crossing the threshold as a priestess, which is really beautiful. Kristen said, yes, embodiment is huge for me now. Thanks, Rebecca. I can really feel that light holder, holding that light, pulling it in through your body and really anchoring it into your womb space and also into your root chakra feels super important for you. Denise. Um, Oh, yes, Denise. Yes, the voodoo and stuff. Yes, I remember you telling me. So Denise was one of my clients for 6-week healer intensive, and we went back and we were clearing through lifetimes of different contracts and things that were on her, right? And she says she has, Denise, are you saying you have a little bit of fear, you know, of that, of your father's side of the voodoo and stuff? Well, I can tell you that the priestess teachings and the priestess trainings has nothing to do with voodoo. You know, and some people may argue differently, but the priestess is all about connecting into the highest vibration of love, to the highest form of light, right? And a big part of priestess training and the priestess journey is learning energy management and energy protection, right? That is so, so, so big. A big one you can also use in protecting you from other lower energies or lower teachings. Is really, oh my God, just like went on my, is diamond coding, which is what I teach. Steph and I actually did a lot of downloading around diamond coding, but I've done even some more. Diamond coding is a really big protector from any of those lower vibration things, right? Our lower vibrational energy or teachings, teachers or things like that, which is really beautiful. That's something that I teach in the priestess journey, which is really cool. Diamond coding. Something I'm downloading now is emerald coding, which is really interesting. Emerald coding for the heart chakra, which is super fun. Something I'm going to be teaching to my next round of priestesses. Um, I resonate with everything you described. Beautiful, Denise. I know you do. Denise, I know you're Rose lineage priestess. I'm sorry. We know this, Denise. We've worked together. We notice. Danny says, I really feel strongly to the Rose lineage now you say it. Yeah, you know, sometimes it just takes a guy or just someone showing up and talking about it to really awaken this within you, right? To awaken this remembrance in you, right? So I'm not surprised if this week y'all start having more remembrances, walk forward as walking as a priestess in a past lifetime, and maybe Lemuria or Atlantis, or maybe through Egypt or ancient Babylonian, you know, all these different time frames. So I'm not going to be surprised if that starts to forward and surface and come forward, right? Or different dreams or just different tinglings and feelings through the body that start to come through. This is all leading you. They're all like, right, leading you to where you're meant to go. And we have space for it all here. Beautiful. So I think we're going to wrap up here if there's not any more questions. Hi, Antoinette. Welcome, girl. She says, amazing with big eyes. Yes, it is so fun talking about the priestess work. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. What am I feeling here? Let's just take some breaths together and just really make sure we're all grounded here. So breathe out any last minute air, breathe it out. And I want you to take a deep breath in, fill up your whole body and move your body a little bit. Exhale out the mouth, feeling that energy go through your shoulders, down your back, through your stomach, into your hips, through your spine, through your lower stomach, through your womb, moving it down, move that energy, guys. I just want to make sure we're all here and grounded before I let you go. Taking another deep breath in. Antoinette says, I'm working with Goddess Isis to work towards priestesshood. Oh my gosh, yes. Isis is a huge part of priestess initiation and priestess training. The priestess journey is connecting with Isis and having her, she walks you through different initiations as you walk the priestess journey, and different initiations. And it can be different for each woman, but I find that usually a few different initiations really come forward as you begin walking the priestess journey. And usually women, I've noticed each priestess has a goddess or an ascended master that she works really closely with. So Antoinette might work really closely with Isis. I know another woman that works really closely with Isis. I seem to work really closely with Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. So we each have our own like right ones that just feel really close to us. But in through priestess training and the priestess journey, you get transmissions with each ascended master with the goddesses. Big ones are Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Ishtar, Inanna, Yeshua, Yeshua, Jesus / Yeshua for the divine masculine and things like that. So you walk through different transmissions to help bring and awaken this information. And also you start getting to know these ascended masters and goddesses to help you really begin opening up, like Inanna and Ishtar is amazing for setting energetic boundaries or creating energetic space for your healings and things like that. You learn how to use them and find them, which is really, really fun. Cherise says, how do we learn about initiation and becoming a priestess? Or will you cover that later this year series? Yes, I'll be covering that later about initiation. And there's all kinds of different ways. There's different people who initiate and do rose lineage teachings and things like that. So I'll be talking about that. Hint, hint, something exciting coming. Really exciting coming up on my front. But yes, we'll be covering that even more, Cherie. Thank you so much. I needed this today. You're so welcome, Michelle. I love you. How do you find out who you work better with? Denise, you find that out through walking the priestess journey and getting dirty with it, like getting your hands dirty in the information. Like I learned when I started to do energy healing sessions through my priestess work, I started to see that every time I did them, Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene came in without a doubt over and over. And I would see Mother Mary put her hands over women's wombs and do womb healings and stuff. So I've always had a really big connection with Mother Mary. And I'll see Mary Magdalene come in to help Mother Mary too. Those two work together. Because when Jesus when Jesus passed away, Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, they went together. It was said that they went to France and lived together, right? And there's in France they say the cave of eggs and things like that, like the cave of Mary Magdalene. So they spent a lot of time together. These two divine feminine who are ascended masters work really well together, one and one together, which is really beautiful. And I witnessed that in my own work a lot. And it's just walking through that priestess work that you're going to find that. Beautiful. So amazing. Okay. Cherie's giving all the good eyes. Beautiful. Okay. So this was so much fun. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so alive. I don't want to leave y'all, but we're up at our time. On tomorrow's agenda, what we're going to be doing is we're going to begin opening your divine channel, really opening that divine channel within you, which we already kind of started doing that today. So we're going to open that divine channel, begin opening that up, which is a big part of psychic training in the priestess journey, right? So when you walk the priestess journey and do priestess training, a big part of it is energy reading and psychic training, really getting trained in your divine channel, right? Getting trained how to get in the channel, how to get out of the channel and things like that, how to navigate your way in and out and how to be safe in it, how to be connected within it. So tomorrow we're going to be going more into that, which is going to be super fun, turning up those psychic intuitive gifts. Holla. So that's going to be good. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to share with y'all today? I don't think so. Please reach out if you need anything or if you have any questions that you didn't want to say on the live stream. Just DM me on Facebook or Instagram. I am here to support you this week, or you can reach out to me on my email, therebeccaan@gmail.com. I'll be answering emails and stuff. I'm really here to support you and finding your way through this, right? And knowing that I'm just offering up different things. Nothing is set in stone, nothing, right? It's whatever you want it to be. So you take what feels good and leave the rest, okay? I hope you'll have a beautiful night. I like don't want to leave y'all. I don't want to leave. I want to give everyone big hugs and I want to say hey to everyone. And I like wish we could all talk in a community, so we could just like chit chat all night about it. Cause I want to talk more about Isis. I want to talk about more about Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and how to begin tapping into these energies and Kuan Yin and just so much fun stuff and connecting with this. This is really, this priestess work is really my heart and soul, guys. It's who I am. It's who I am in this lifetime, 20 lifetimes back. I have been a rose priestess. I have taught this to so many hundreds of women through the lifetimes, and I know it and I feel it within my bones, and I know that you feel it too. So I really, really honor that within each of you. So I'll be back tomorrow. Psychic training, divine channel training. It's going to be amazing. Steph said, so excited to see the new initiations who are ready to awaken their feminine leaders. Yes, I'm so excited to see. Me too, Steph. It's going to be so good. Kristen said, thank you, love. So beautiful tonight. Thank you, Cherie. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful night. Bye, Instagram. See you tomorrow. Bye, Facebook. I'm like, how am I ending the Facebook Live here? Okay, here it is. I love you guys. I'll see you back tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys.